This is what gets delivered into the pressing table to make a record. This is essentially an unpressed record right here. A properly mastered, properly pressed record, I mean, it can sound alive. It can sound like the band's in the room when you're playing. Cascade Record Pressing is the Northwest's only fully automated record manufacturing facility, the first one in Oregon. The Northwest has got a long, proud history of being a lot of great music that's come out of here. And it seemed like it was an underserved area of the country. Service to local labels and artists is really a core part of our mission. A lot of first-timers. It can be a little intimidating if you're not familiar with all the steps. So the granulated PVC gets loaded in the hopper, which is the start of how the material is delivered to the presses. The heated PVC is then delivered into the pressing table with the A and B side labels, and then the press engages and presses the record. There's a lot of interest in the format now, and that's great, but this is not an easy buck. Finding the machines, I mean, that was a process in itself. We were networking with people in Europe, Jamaica, Africa, South America. We ended up finding those in Canada, but they had originated in New Jersey. All the records are brought in here on spindles. They are all visually inspected for flaws. I'd say maybe 1 in 20 are listened to, just to make sure that the audio is sounding nice and clear and holding up. That's what these guys are doing. So all the records that have been screened through QC the previous day are now ready to be assembled. Assembly sort of acts as like the final screening for QC, so they each get a visual inspection. And the general rule of thumb is just, imagine you just bought this record and you took it home and you took it out. Is there anything that would upset you? I keep reading about people predicting the end of the trend, and then the sales numbers just keep bursting to the ceiling. My speculation is that you had a generation of kids growing up where their interaction with music was just via the computer. You had listening to music through tangible formats skip a generation. You can have a more substantial emotional connection to an object like a record. It's got substantial artwork. There's this whole visual component of interacting with the packaging. With digital, I mean, it's data. I don't have an ear for what the kids want to hear now, really, but I know the kids, whatever they're listening to, they need it pressed on vinyls.